Hey, Covenant Life, Pastor Chris here. We It's Ash Wednesday, and the weather is treacherous. It's just starting. The storm's just starting to arrive, and so we've canceled our Ash Wednesday service from this evening. So just a quick note of the irony of that, because we cancel because we care about staying alive, and our lives are fragile enough that an ice storm coming through can cause harm. And Ash Wednesday is a day to come face to face with our mortality, come face to face with death, but to remember that death doesn't get the last word. But coming face to face with our mortality and with death should drive us to humility and remind us that we're creature, we're creation, we are not the creator, and our lives are but a breath. The psalmist, this comes from Psalm 90 a lot of times as one of the texts that's attached to Ash Wednesday, that inspired Ash Wednesday. So Psalm 90, the psalmist says it this way: "The Lord, you have been our dwelling place throughout all generations. Before the mountains were born, or you brought forth the whole world, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. You turn people back to dust, saying, 'Return to dust, you mortals.' 1,000 years in your sight are like a day that has just gone by, or like a watch in the night. Yet you sweep people away in the sleep of death. They are like the new grass of the morning. In the morning it springs up new, but by evening it's dry and withered. We are consumed by your anger and terrified by your indignation. You have set our iniquities before you, our secret sins in the light of your presence. All our days pass away under your wrath. We finish our years with a moan. Our days may come to 70 years, or 80 if our strength endures. Yet the best of them are but trouble and sorrow. For they quickly pass, and we fly away. If only we knew the power of your anger. Your wrath is as great as the fear that is your due. Teach us to number our days, that we may gain then a heart of wisdom. And relent, Lord. How long will it be? Have compassion on your servants. Satisfy us in the morning with your unfailing love, that we may sing for joy and be glad all of our days. Make us glad for as many days as you have afflicted us, for as many years as we have seen trouble. May your deeds be shown to your servants, your splendor to their children. May the favor of the Lord our God rest on us. Establish the work of our hands for us. Yes, establish the work of our hands." You can feel the roller coaster of emotion that the psalmist is feeling, that God, who has been the dwelling place throughout all generations, has every right to be angry and wrathful towards the sins that have been committed against him. And we see those themes echoed. But we read that in light of the promise as well that our God is slow to anger and abounding in love. He's rich in mercy. So the paradox is true, that we are humbled by our frailty, by our need, by the sins we bear that remind us that we are not whole or holy. And yet our life is held in the hands of God, who could just absolutely destroy us, but instead gives us life and even joy in many and most of our days. Friends, you are dust, and you will return to dust, but you are God's. Find life in Him alone. Amen.